Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Hips and Bits. Hips and Bits. I just love that. Stories with the Global Caravan Dancers. I am Paulette Rees-Denis, and I am here today to share a conversation with Barbara Graham Price, who I'm so excited to have here. Hi, Barbara.
Hello, it is such a pleasure to talk to you, Paulette. What a joy.
As always, we always have such good conversations.
We
And
do.
the thing that I want to say first off is kind of an announcement.
Okay.
So Barbara is the newest dancer of Global Caravan Bellydance Troupe International.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't believe it yet. I still don't believe it. It just is. Yeah. Yeah.
We've
I
been a
can't
little
think.
bit slow on the announcements series. This just happened at Shimmy in the Swamp. And I think we freaked her out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Truly did not see that coming. Really speechless. Just still don't know what to make of it, kind of. So
So,
on.
well, let's talk about that a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about your dance journey. Um, you've been studying lots of different styles. You're also a drummer, as well
Yep.
as a very beautiful dancer, a great drummer. And I know you teach both, but how long have you been connected with the Global Caravan?
I have tried to kind of go back and see, and I started working with your videos back in the day around 2003. That's when I got a hold of like your volume one and volume two, and I was starting to work on those on my own. And then sometime shortly after that, I went to a workshop or two that you did.
And so, wow, 2003. So we're talking 30, if I can I add 13 years. That's so beautiful. And I've seen you in person, and we've done a lot of online work together. We've done some coaching work together. I know you
Mhm.
study pretty heavily with Misha these
Mhm.
days.
Yes, I do.
And what's your certification level?
Within Global Caravan, I am CS5 and I'm teacher training level 2.
Cool. So, oh, and I didn't even say where you live. So why don't you just start to talk a little bit about you?
Me. I live in Chantilly, Virginia now. I've lived here for about 8 years. And so it's near DC. I'm about 20 minutes from Washington Dulles Airport. Before that, I always lived in Pennsylvania. I was born in southeastern Pennsylvania, and then I lived my adult life in central Pennsylvania, and that's where I did a lot of my teaching and a lot of my dance journey.
Cool. And how about your drumming?
My drumming.
Talk about your
Uh,
drumming.
yes, I adore drumming. I started drumming not too many years after I started dancing. So I'd say that I started drumming in probably about 2005 or six. And the reason why I started in the first place was I was teaching in central Pennsylvania. There was no live music whatsoever there, anywhere near there. And I had an opportunity to go to a workshop or something and show that where they had some live musicians. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I would love to have this for my students. And so I thought, all right, I will do something. And so it seemed to make the most sense to me to learn how to drum. So I learned how to drum so that I could drum for my classes and for my students. And I've just kind of kept it up, sometimes more than others. But over the past couple of years, I've really done a lot with frame drum. I also play darbuka and tambourine, but frame drum is my real love.
So tambourine as in the Rick.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Tambourine in the style of Lane Redmond. Yes.
Oh, and isn't she the one who wrote If Drummers Were Women or
When the drummers were women. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. She
okay.
she passed away a number of years ago.
Right, I remember.
But yeah, she's the author of that. And she still has a number of senior students of hers here and there that teach her style. And so that's who I have learned that style of playing tambourine slash Rick with. as some of her senior students.
Cool. Cool. So, what drew you to Global Caravan?
Really good question. I had many years ago when I was first starting to belly dance, my first instructor was very much into American cabaret style. And I remember she made a comment at one point in class, somebody was asking her about tribal style, and she just was like, ugh, ugh. Those are people that are untrained. They have no clue. They just dance around a fire. And that's all they do. And I don't know why, but I just was like, really? I don't know. That didn't land with me. And so sometime later, I saw an IAMED video of all things that had a performance by Fat Chance on it. And I just watched that. And I was just mesmerized. I was just like, wow, they are just so in sync. And I loved the body carriage, that strength. And I loved that it was not look at me, like I was used to with cabaret, but look at us.
Hmm.
Look at look at what
Hmm.
we are creating together, this piece of art. And I knew it was improv, and I was just like, wow, I got to learn this. And so I originally started with some videos of theirs, and it was okay, but it didn't really call to me. And then I saw some of your videos, and they just had a very different energy to them. And I just started practicing with the videos and then started teaching what I had learned to some of my students back in Pennsylvania.
So, what do you think that energy was for you?
Cooperation and joy. Cooperation and joy. I loved how everybody, when they're dancing, and I love that about Global Caravan, is you don't have to be afraid to look at each other.
Mm.
That's the point. You know what I mean? It's not like we have blinders on that we are just looking forward. Do not turn head. Do not do this. We are smiling at each other. We're dancing with each other. We are being joyful with each other and paying attention. And that's what I noticed the most was that feeling of that. And also just a more relaxed, comfortable, in my opinion, more feminine carriage just in general, that's more comfortable for my body and felt more natural just to me. Other people may feel differently, but that's how Global Caravan has always landed with me.
Ah, awesome. And then as you've obviously advanced through your training, because you've gone through CS5 and you're teaching now, um, how has that progression been for you?
Hmm. It has taken me a while. I have not been somebody who did, okay, one, immediately two, then three, then four, then five. It's taken me a number of years. And usually I will do like a level and then I'll repeat it before I go on to the next one. So every level I've ever done, except for five so far, but every level I've done at least twice.
Oh my gosh. Wait, now
Because,
I want to talk about that for a minute because that makes
yeah,
my heart so happy.
no,
It makes me so happy because the object isn't to race through these things.
no,
And you got to get the dance in your body,
exactly.
in your brain,
Yes.
and in your body so that you can dance with that joy that you were talking about.
Right. Right. Yeah. I've always felt like movements sort of have to go on sort of autopilot so that you can enjoy them. And so that they have to go into your muscle memory so that you can emote and you can enjoy them and you can choose from them. You can pull, you're that artist with your paints here.
Yeah.
And that it's only when they're in muscle memory that you can just pull from them pretty effortlessly to do the transitions and stuff. So I have every level I've done at least twice. And it's such a good deal. The first time is the regular amount of money that you pay for the level, but then when you review it, it's a very small amount of money to do the review. And it's just that last little bit of, to me, of like that last little bit of, okay, you gave me this information. I learned it. I proved to you I knew it, but I've been working on it more since. And so how about having another look at it with me
That's
to
so
give
good.
me, some more tweaks on it so that I really feel like I really have captured it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and I love that. So it's not about ego, it's not about fastness. Um,
mm-mm,
and
mm-mm,
I mean, once you keep doing that, well, besides the fact that the reminders, the reviews are reminders, which I think, I mean, I've had advanced students take beginning stuff and they're like, "Oh, this is hard." I'm like, "Well, you remember?"
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and I love that. But to have that reminder, which helps sink it into your memory even more, so that your body actually can just dance
right.
and you don't have to think that hard.
Right. Absolutely. I don't have to wonder which way am I turning to start this? Which arm am I using? It's just been done so many times and tweaked that it just comes out of you effortlessly. Love that.
Yeah. So now that you've done all these levels and you're teaching, how many classes a week are you teaching?
At the moment, I'm teaching drumming only. I'm not teaching a dance at the moment. So, and I just have one, and I also have a few private drumming students as well, but not dance at the moment.
Nice. And is there a reason for that?
Yes and no. I really am focusing on my own skills and going out and performing more and preparing for that. And so I just have not taken the time to really investigate possibilities of where to teach around here. I had been teaching a class up until about a year ago. And it was just one of those things that attrition, people were busy, people are over scheduled. And
Mhm.
it was difficult to try to find a time that people all could get together. So I'm still working on that formula. I do want to teach again because I do love dancing this with other people live. There's nothing like that. But for now, it's not in the cards.
And I hear that from a lot of teachers, and I've experienced it myself. Like having moved to a new place and trying to start over again. And like I said, I never want to really blame COVID, but it made things really different.
Yes.
It made
Yes.
it made marketing different. It made people's
God, yeah.
commitment different.
There you go. Commitments. I find it hard to find people who are willing to commit at any time, like in the future. Like you might have people signing up the day before something.
It's not
They don't
just
want to commit weeks before when you have to say, okay, I need to sign this contract to use this studio and I have to
that.
put money forward. And that seems to be difficult to get people to make that commitment in advance.
And I actually read that. I actually read that yesterday in Facebook, you know, blah, blah, blah. A friend of mine who I've danced with for a million years, who is a very well-known dancer, said the same thing. She goes, "People, I can't keep paying for this space. I drive to the space, I reserve the space, I pay for the space, I reserve my time, and you say you're coming and you don't show up.
Right.
I can't keep doing it."
Right.
And I've been in that situation myself a few times. I'm like, okay, I can't keep this class going. So, you know, there were 15 of you, and now maybe four of you commit. And four is fine. I can do four, but I can't do one.
No, no,
It's
absolutely.
hard.
And the problem with for committing is that, and three of those people have reasons they're not here, and it becomes a private lesson then for the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
If and that's for drumming class, I have it here at my house. I have it in my basement. I have a room that is great, so I don't have to drive anywhere. I don't have to, pay for rent. But for dance, that room is not conducive to that,
Right. But
unfortunately.
still, but even with your drumming class, whether it's in your house or not, it's still somehow you have paid for that space.
Yeah, but I don't hesitate with four people. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Then
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
But I mean, what I'm saying is, I think people need to still understand that, whether it's in private
Absolutely.
residence or private
Right.
studio or paid studio. Uh, and so, I mean, we can talk about this in teacher training when we have talked about this a lot,
Yeah.
especially in some of the elevate sessions that we've done.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and it's like, how do you do this? How do you uh, I mean, you can't kidnap people. Well, you can try, but and it's not that they don't love the dance or that you're not a good teacher or it just, I mean, life does happen. Of course it does.
Sure.
And people do get sick. But it's like if you go to college and you pay for a college class, you pay for it.
That's right.
Whether you show up or not, that teacher is there and being paid by the university or whatever. And I just
Yep.
want other dancers to really think about that
Yeah.
because it's just so important and it is getting harder and harder for whatever reason. And I know a lot of people are doing more stuff online, which is lovely. Thank you, Zoom. We love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't be talking with you right now if we didn't have that.
Right.
Um, but yeah, anyway, I'll get off my
But
I'll get off my soapbox.
there's still nothing like one-on-one in person to
Yeah.
have somebody to really physically dance with and to have somebody who can correct you in real time
Yeah.
and really watch you and watch your technique and watch your posture. You can do that somewhat on Zoom, but it's not the same as in real life.
No, and then you get that beautiful connection with each other in the circle,
Right. Oh
and
my God, yes.
and
Yes, we
the
felt
joy of that.
yeah, we felt that in Shimmy in the Swamp.
Oh my gosh, was that just so awesome? There was 62 dancers, I believe.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I was in my element for sure teaching because I love to teach, but just that connection with each other and the beauty, just watching that, it just bring you to tears.
Yeah.
And there were
Yeah.
and there were
I
tears.
was going to say yes, and I was there with my hanky. Absolutely, because it was just so soul nourishing to be with all these people that really, that were there because they wanted to be there and were thirsty for knowledge and were just so happy to be together and dancing. It was beautiful.
And the thing about that too, now I know you just went to Sicily for a retreat, a dance retreat, but have you been to other dance festivals in the United States?
Yes.
And which ones were those?
It's well, there used to be Ricasa East in New Jersey. I went to that for years. That's defunct. And then there was also Spring Caravan that was done by the same folks up in New Jersey as well.
Mhm.
I regularly go to Art of the Belly, which is in Maryland
Oh, I've never
in
heard of
the
that
spring. Yeah, that's been going on for I think they celebrated, I want to say 13 or 15
one.
years or
Oh,
something just
fantastic. See, I
recently.
did not know of that one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think if there are other ones that I've gone to. And then I've gone to like other retreats for things here and there, just like a weekend, just one off here and there. Those are the main ones. And I go to Art of the Belly every year.
So that's cool. So I guess I bring that up because there was a time, I mean, I had a huge festival for 7 years in Portland where I had 5 dance studios and I flew in all the teachers and we had parties and performances every night and we danced in my backyard around the fire pit. And I mean, it was just, that was, what years was that?
Wow.
2000, I think 2001 to 2007 or something like that.
I
Yeah,
think that sounds about right because I never made it out there, but I've seen videos of it and it looks amazing.
it was great. And
Amazing.
there were other festivals at that time as well. There was a great one in Seattle. There was a great one in Chicago. There was a Tribal Fest in California. Uh,
Yep.
I taught it. Gosh, there were so many. I taught in Boston. I taught in Florida many times. I taught in several places in California. I taught on a boat cruise. Um, and then things started falling apart after 2015. Fest
Yep.
started going away, and then COVID hit and everything shut down. And there were
Yep.
magazines. There was all those great magazines.
Oh, I had many subscriptions. I had subscriptions to at least three of them. And yeah, everything just evaporated.
But
Yeah,
I think the wheel turns. Like Misha's doing Shimmy in the Swamp, which was a
thank
huge
God.
success. Thank you. That was her third year. Third year. You guys,
Yes.
everybody watching, put it on your calendar.
Hmm.
And I hear about a few more now. Um, I don't think magazines are never going to come back, but online stuff can come back. Um,
Sure.
anyway, it's just, I think everything comes full circle. Even teaching classes, it comes full circle. Sometimes you dwindle, 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 and all of a sudden there's an upsurge,
Yeah.
a resurgent, or whatever you want to call it.
Right. Right.
So I'd love to see you teaching some more.
Well, and I think, and that's one of the reasons I've been performing more in my area. Even as a soloist, I'm performing more in Global Caravan style as a soloist because I want folks around here to see what the style looks like. What the energy of it is, what some of the combinations and the movements look like, what some of the props look like when we use them. So I've been doing a lot more performing with it to try to get interest and try to educate. So.
Awesome. Okay, one last question.
Sure.
Probably not, but what what has this style of dance or dance in general brought to you in your life?
Ah, um, when I was a younger person, when I was a child and even into a teenager, I never thought of myself as being coordinated. I was one of those people that hated gym class, that would have done anything to get out of gym class and was the last one picked for the team. So I kind of had that for a long time. And so dance proved to me that I could be coordinated and that I could be athletic. So it's really done that for me. It has improved my posture enormously, and really helped with. I had really chronic low back pain for years. And when I really started doing Middle Eastern dance, it corrected the back pain. I don't have back pain. And the other thing that it has done for me is it just keeps me sane. It's
Mm.
really a way for me to just feel like I'm in Club Med, the antidote for civilization, where you turn on this wonderful music and you just allow yourself to sort of be carried away by it so that you can just be in the present moment and you just don't worry about tomorrow or yesterday or anything else. So it is my mental health as well.
Sweet. Sweet. Well, it definitely is healing. And how about into your just, I mean, well, you talked about your back pain, but just, learning the art of improvisation and learning how to look at people, right? And
Yeah.
feeling, how does that make you go through like your work or your daily life or your connection with other people?
Yeah, it's a really an interesting thought because improvisation is a life skill, not a dance skill.
Hmm.
How much of our life has to be where we're reacting in the moment to something and not having time to rehearse, every possible way we're going to react in a situation. So I think it has made me more observant,
Mm,
especially of like smaller things sometimes,
mm.
than I would have otherwise. So I think it's done that for me. It's given me confidence in my ability to handle whatever's going to come down the pike well, I just react to it and we just go with the flow. So I think it has done that for me as well.
And you know
Yeah.
what I would say is you act on it, not necessarily react.
Mm. Yeah, I like that. I like that phraseology better. I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you're coming at it from an open heart and you're like, oh, here's this situation, or here's this
Yeah.
question, or what am I going to do with this? Right?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
acting, and reacting feels like it's kind of like,
You're right.
oh,
It has a different energy around it. React has a different energy around it than act. Act feels strong and feels purposeful.
yeah,
React
yeah, yeah, yeah.
feels weak and fearful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. To
Good
me.
analogy.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, what's next for you?
What is next for me? Let's see. Well, two things. As soon as CS6 is available, I will be signing up for that puppy. Really
Oh
want
my
to work
God,
on that.
really, so
And
good.
I'm going to Tribal Sleepover in November. I'm going to the UK for that.
Oh my
I've
God.
wanted to do that for a couple of
Look
years.
at you traveling with all your dance stuff.
Life is too freaking short, right? nobody has any guarantee of tomorrow. If traveling, and I love to travel and I love to meet new people and, just be in different cultures. And so if that's something you want to do, you can't put a price on travel. I don't think. I've told my kids that since day one. And so, yeah, I'm doing the thing. So I'm going there in November, and I get to do my first chance to dance with Chinzia and Misha and Deirdre at this thing. So, yeah, my first
Oh,
chance
I
to
just got
dance with
goosebumps for that.
Global Caravan International. So, yeah, so excited.
Oh, I'm going to be a fly on the wall. Actually, I wish I was going to be there in person. Oh, that'd be awesome. But that's beautiful. I love that. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for your dance journey. I'm so excited for all your arms, going out
Yeah,
and
yeah,
studying and making yourself the best person and the best dancer. And I'm so
yeah.
proud to have you part of our tribe.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's an honor. It's a huge honor.
And
Thank you.
well, you've worked really hard for it, you know. You put in the time and the work and the study, and it shows, and your energy is beautiful and amazing. I'm so glad that all you people out there get to meet her if you haven't met her already.
You're so sweet.
So, many, many blessings to you, Barbara, and all of
Thank
you
you.
out there in Hips and Bits land, Global Caravan Dancers stories. That's so good. Um, until we meet again. Many blessings to you all. Mwah. Love you, love you, love you.